Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Awesome. Roll call. Brandon Brinken.
Here.
Jeannie.
Here.
Christina.
Here.
Meyer. Here. Michael.
Here.
Jessica's
Here.
here. You get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Approve February 1st, 2024 meeting minutes. Can I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the February 1st, 2024 meeting minutes. I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Old business, codification update.
So this will just be real brief. You guys saw that the council voted to have a codification done of our ordinances, which includes the zoning code. So just to update you, it is with the attorneys right now. So they're doing a full review. They will include us as they start to make us recommendations. So just to keep you up to date on the process.
That includes our comprehensive plan and stuff like that.
That does not include the comprehensive plan. It's only our ordinances and the zoning.
Ordinances, okay.
I feel sorry for them. New business, final plat application.
Initial, if you want to come up, you can. Before he shares, I'm going to talk you through the stack of documents that you should have.
Okay.
First one, we'll start with this one. This is the final plat that Initial has submitted. And this is about the development that Initial has been hoping to put in. If you look at the map, you can see down here, this is the location. This actually isn't fully correct. The pink strip that's running through the land, that's actually all supposed to be yellow, and it shows on the larger map on the wall there that it is. So just a little error there. But yeah, this is, as you can see on the official plat, it's the Patel Villas. This has been in the process for a couple of years now. But if, in case you're not remembering everything, or in case you weren't on the board or anything at the time, I'll run you through a little bit of a background of it. This next document here, we're going to be jumping around to a lot of documents. So this next document is the resolution that is from July of 22, showing that his preliminary plat was approved. It says approval of Amba Homes. That's another name for this development. But it shows that it was approved. And if you see the highlighted section there, it says it's consistent with the comp plan. And the city engineer made recommendations, which you can actually flip to the very back side, where it shows that Jason Femright, the city engineer, had a list of recommendations and changes that were to be made, but that didn't stop the approval of the preliminary plat. That would just, be for the final one. And so there was that, but everything was approved in 22. And then if you look at the next document, there was another checklist that after this checklist was fulfilled and they made sure all of that was taken care of, he had another checklist for them to make sure they fulfilled as well. And they have, because now we're at the final plat submission process. And so if you have any questions about this so far, Initial can answer anything that you might have about either the checklists or the process or even the final plat. Or Initial, if there's anything you want to say, you sure can. But.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
I'll just make two comments for you guys. So there's two things that we're looking for you tonight, and it's really just a formality in the process. His initial preliminary plat application was in 2022, and our ordinance does read that the final has to be approved within 1 year. but you guys can grant him an extension. So tonight, we would be asking for you guys to recommend an extension and recommend approval of the final plat. And then this will go before council for their final approval for both those items. But if Nishal has anything to add, or again, if you guys have questions.
So we kind of need a motion for the extension right away because it's over a year.
Yes, it is over a year. So yeah, you'd be recommending approval of an extension on our current 1-year period.
So let's just do that. I'll ask for a motion to extend.
The application period for the final plat.
And somebody make that motion.
I'll make a motion to propose the extension of the original plat.
I'll second the motion to extend the original plat to.
Okay. Christina made a motion to extend it. Brandon seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay.
So I guess that then brings me to my final document that I have here, and it's the thicker one. This is our zoning code here. There's a lot in there. This isn't even the entire process for preliminary and final plat approvals, but I mostly provided you with anything that may be relevant. But for a while through this document, it's all the preliminary process in case you're interested in any of that. It goes over just some of the more details that he needed to provide in his plats through the preliminary process, and then it would then extend into the final one. But if you flip all the way to page 15-15, I have a little highlighted section there, and that just kind of talks about what you guys actually just voted on, how there's the 12-month process for submitting the final one. But then if you were to skip on back to 15-17, that's where it talks about the extension, which you guys just approved. But yeah, this document, it's like I said, it's extensive and there's a lot that you could go through, but I think 3 of the most important points here is on, well, it starts on 15-16 and goes to 15-17. And this is what City Council is going to go over. And like Jessica said, it's City Council who's going to have to make this approval, but we want to clue you guys in on all of this and know that it's coming. And, as Planning and Zoning Board, we want you to be involved in this. But if you go over to 15-17 and look at the top, there's those 3 points. These are the 3 things that are going to be key for City Council to approve it. And that's that the final plan conforms to the approved preliminary plan, which, I can show you something. I didn't make you guys copies of this. Jessica sent it in the email, but this here is all the documentation proving that everything that he's done through preliminary process and reaching now the final process, that all of those items on that checklist and everything that he needed to get done was taken care of. If you really want to go through and make sure of all that, be my guest. But
I believe you.
Yeah,
So
we're
all of this has been,
yes. Yep.
Okay.
That is how he's now reached the final plat application here. So what happened is some of the important documents that he had to turn in, he has the final plat application here. He just has to pay the fees. He has to submit the final plats, which we are in possession of. And I believe that's just about all he needs, and then the approval of City Council. And so, that's basically it. There's a ton of information and a ton of papers if you're interested at all in looking through them, but that'll be going to City Council at their next meeting. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Have any
them.
questions?
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I was curious is just because of the name change. Are you guys still building homes out there? Or are they going to be more considered like the villas, like Cywick put up? The ones north of the racetrack, like are they?
They're going to be, there's a mixture of duplexes and single level living villas. The final house plans aren't set in stone yet. It's still, change, if let's say, we do 10 villas and people reach out and say, hey, can you do them in 2-story? I propose it to council and say, hey, this is what you guys have approved. I've got people coming for something a little bit different. It fits within the, survey requirements, so you're allowed to go off the story.
Yeah.
It's not set in stone, so, it could be still as of right now, that designed to be 1-level living townhomes.
Okay. All right.
For rent. Yeah.
Mhm.
Any other questions? And I'll ask for a motion to approve the final plat application.
You guys will be, just for clarity, you just have to recommend
Or
approval,
yeah.
recommend to council that they approve.
I'll make a motion to recommend to the council to approve the final plat application.
Okay, motion's been made to recommend final approval. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. If you don't want to hang out, we'll get you on the next council agenda for,
15.
for the 15th.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you.
So we can say with you guys.
Yeah, we can take them.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you. Number 7, the committee chairperson vacancy.
So as you guys know, we're missing 2 people. We need a chair and we need another individual on the board. So because we are having meetings here sporadically and that could pick up at any time, I just thought maybe you guys might want to vote amongst yourselves for a chair officially. I know Dave's been filling in for us, but if you guys wanted to make that determination.
Dave, you've been doing such a good job.
No, I think Brandon, we should make.
I agree.
All in favor of Brandon? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All against Brandon?
Aye. But
Motion carries 3-1. You lose. You're the new chair.
sounds fine.
This sounds fun.
I figured you would take it. That was pretty simple.
And if you guys know anybody
Joel-
who wants to
Joel
be,
quit?
yeah, he was done. He didn't want to re-up.
So Tommy's normally here, but we still need one more person.
Yes, yep. Well, two
Two.
were down. Yep.
I'll see if I can work on somebody.
If you know of anybody,
I heard from Gwen today that she said someone was interested. I didn't.
possibly. Yeah, we haven't had any
Oh,
applications,
okay.
so
Okay.
until we have an application in hand.
Verbal interest.
I know
Yeah.
somebody that wants to get in, but the mayor won't let him, and I agree with him, so. All good. All right, that's settled. Any miscellaneous business?
Is there anything you guys would like to see on future agendas? I know we're very sporadic, but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of meeting just to meet, so I don't want to get you guys together
There's
unless
no
we have
sense of meeting
meaningful.
Unless
Yeah.
it's important, like,
Mhm.
yeah.
The only thing because we spent so much time on it in the past and we never did get back into it, is the comprehensive plan.
The comprehensive
That's
plan.
The only
Okay.
thing I really would like to see on.
Okay, start
some
picking away at
agenda,
it.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened, but Phil did do some stuff and I don't
Okay.
know if that ever got lost or if it.
Well, let us
Oh,
check into
whatever,
it and
but-
then we'll start picking away at it. How about that? And
That
we'll
sounds
bring it
great.
to you guys. Okay. Maybe we can send out a copy of what it currently is.
It's old,
Okay.
super old.
Is it from 2014?
Yeah, I think my mind is a little lost. I won't even say it's older than that, but I'm.
Okay.
I read it when we kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
That's 2 years ago, I think, already.
So it's probably something we do need to tackle
Okay.
eventually, but
Okay.
when we have time and so forth. That's all I really have to say.
Anything else? Anybody else? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
A second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn, so that's the end of this meeting. All done, over.
7:14.
It was quick.
That was a record maybe you should say.